All right. It looks like we are live. What is going on, Bree Hive? Welcome back to another Bree Hive Live. We are live in the Hive. I am sorry for being a tad bit late. I thought I was going to be able to start on time, but I had to eat dinner. So that is the reason why we are late to the day. But nonetheless, we have some cases to go over. We are going to be talking about a new case today, Judge Judy. If you guys watch the show, she is the judge, and now she is suing what is it, the National Enquirer and subsidiary newspaper articles for defamation, basically saying that she supports the Menendez brothers. If you don't know who they are, we're going to get into that when we cover that case, when we cover the Judge Judy case. And I just thought it was so shocking to see that Judge Judy is suing someone. And apparently, this is not the first time that the National Enquirer and their subsidiary article writer, blogs, whatever you want to call it. This is not the first time that they didn't lie on Miss Judy, Judge Judy, okay? So we are going to jump into her allegations and that complaint. And then we have some updates on not our favorite attorney on the internet right now, Jeanette Braun, but our not so favorite attorney on the internet, Tyrone Blackburn. We were on his side at first, but then some things came out and he be lying. Like the conclusion of what Tyrone Blackburn does as an attorney is allegedly, no, it's not allegedly. A court has already found him. Said that he needs to be reviewed because he be lying. He does not do what he needs to do before filing complaints. And we have more of him admitting to not being so good at his job. So if you guys are watching live, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. Let us know that you're watching live, and also drop a chat in the chat section so that we can say hello and see who's watching live. We also need to plan our members a live stream. I think the Thursday one worked well for us, so let me know in the chat if you guys agree with the Thursday members live stream, or if you prefer the the weekend members live stream. And Kimmy, if you have some time, if you can make a poll on that, that might actually be a little bit more helpful than waiting for the chats to come in. So anyways, we are going to go ahead and jump in the chat. Let's go ahead and set a like goal before we do that. We're already at 20 likes. Shout out to the Bree Hive because we did not hit our likes last week, but I'm thinking today we can hit our like goal. We are at 20 likes already. We're going to set the like goal for the stream at 50. We have not seen our little animation in quite a moment. So if you guys have not hit the like button, please do. It does help us out in the algorithm, helps us get more friends to the channel. And we like to see our little animations of Bree's non-creativity, but fun for all, right? Anyways, so let's go ahead and jump into the chat and say hello to everyone. And of course, we have to say hello to Bossy B for the evening. I think I might have cut myself off. We're saying hello to Bossy B for the evening. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Kimmy, for the poll. All right, we got Layla Wells. Hello and welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. Saying hi, Boss Attorney Bree. Oh, that's me. Letting y'all know that I was running late because y'all, I was eating some chicken wings and my... You probably don't need to know all of this information, but my lips are like really spicy right now because I was eating the blazing ones from Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's why I'm late. I'm not going to lie to the Hive. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I was eating chicken wings and that's the truth. So here we are starting the live stream a little late, but that's okay. Deacon Fatal says good evening or morning all. Deacon Fatal is a moderator and member of the channel. Welcome back. Nice to have you in the live stream tonight. One of our longest members of the channel, always supporting the Bree Hive. We're happy to have you here. And I'm happy you're not taking finals right now. You know, those are stressful. We got Aileen. I think I say it wrong every single time, but welcome back. Another member of the channel saying, hey, Bree Hive. Hello. Welcome back. Nice to have you tonight. Kayla Eloisa, another member of the channel saying hi. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Alyssa Brown Carlton saying, making my sister-in-law some baby stuff. She's due in a couple weeks. Well, congratulations to your sister. Oh, that's so much fun. I love baby stuff. I thought you were going to say you were making her some baby food, like blending it up for her. But stuff for babies is cool too. So welcome into the live stream. Okay, everybody saying hi. Kayla Eloisa says, always prioritize food. Yes, I did. We are here, though. We are here. We're back. Phoenix Waller, another member of the channel, saying, LOL, Menendez Brothers is such a blast from the past name. Yes, 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 yes. And y'all, I want to say, like, other than like Wives with Knives and Snapped and all of that, their trial is like the first trial and documentary that I watched on like people unaliving people outside of like just random people on the Snap shows. I guess the most infamous case that I was really just like, I was intrigued. I binged watched one documentary, which was like 4 parts or something like that. I can't remember exactly who it was through, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about that case, and we're going to talk about it. If you don't know what we're talking about, we're going to talk about it. I would really like to know how y'all feel about that case. I know Legal Bites was covering it on her channel, and I think she still is, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't had a lot of time to pop into my friends' live streams or rewatch their live streams just due to my life. Anyways, let me stop saying I wish that would stop for the rest of the stream, but it's probably not. But I was trying so hard not to say and it just came right out, and I'm just like, I'm trying. Okay, so yes, blast from the past. Case is crazy. We're going to get into the details in just a moment and why Judge Judy is so offended that the National Enquirer is saying that she supports these guys, right? And I don't know. Like, they have a lot of supporters, which is absolutely crazy to me. Ohio Palm Mom, another member of the channel, saying, Janet, welcome back into the live stream. Nice to have you tonight. I said she was our favorite. Hopefully she won't be mad at us if she's watching the live stream. Alyssa saying hi, welcome in. Phoenix Waller saying, hey, yo, welcome. We got Rachel Mills saying, why is Judge Judy getting sued? Judge Judy is doing the suing, actually. Welcome in, Rachel Mills. Nice to have you back tonight. Deacon Fatal says, hello to Rachel Mills, and I don't know. She is doing the suing, y'all. She's doing the suing. And I'm trying not with the but Kimmy just posted in the chat if you like the Thursday members live stream, or if you prefer it to be on the weekends. For members, if you don't know what I'm talking about, members on the live stream do get to join the live. It is for the Beehive tier, not the Larva Beehive tier, for you to be able to join the live. So if you, well, not if you like it, but if you're a member and you want to join the live, which day works better for you? Is it Thursday, or would you prefer a weekend live stream? Is it easier for you to join, or do you just plan on not joining at all? You just want to watch it, okay? Just let me know. Ohio Palm Bomb dropping some of the Beehive emojis that StreamYard doesn't like to show us. Hello, Emma, giving us a pink waving hand. Deacon Fatal says chicken wings are good. They were good. They were delish. They were so delish. We got Kentari, another member of the channel, saying enough. That sounds so tasty, though. It was. It made me late, so it had to be good, right? Just me and D, another member of the channel, saying buzzing in and sending love from East Texas, where the weather is bipolar and the pollen be popping. I feel you on that. Like, last week, it was like chill, 70 degrees. It was a windy day. Then it was a hot day. Last week was not chill, actually. Last week was very bipolar. This week is like 100 degrees. Turn it up in California. So I feel you on the bipolar weather for sure. Deacon Fiddle says, I'm taking finals right now while you're on the Beehive Live? No. Crystal Yost, another member of the channel, saying, just got here. My phone decided to do an update, so I'm late also. It is okay. I was about 15 minutes late, so we are all here now. Rachel Mills says, oh dear, they used her name falsely. Jesus, not National Inquiry, you be shady, and says, oh, and there's more. Like, they admit that their, MO is to be shady and sus, even if they know it's not true. We'll get into it into the complaint. Allegedly. Kentari says, I'm checking in from the hospital. My body might be attempting to immolate yet again. I'm sorry to hear that, but I can still watch streams and working on some crochet commissions. Well, I'm happy you're still able to do some things that you like, and I hope you get better soon. We got Rachel Mills saying OJ and Menendez bros were the trials of the century. Yes. And they were the ones that were like first televised. It was first OJ, I believe, and then the Menendez brothers. And a lot of people speculate that they had to convict the Menendez brothers because they got it wrong with OJ. I don't know. These are just speculations that people throw out there. I don't know how y'all feel about them. Let me know. Let's see. It just me MD saying, dang, Kentari recover love. Deacon Fatal also wishing well wishes to Kentari. AES says at the yes. It's so bad. LOL with the I know I'm not going to be able to stop. I want to. I really do. I don't know why they come out. Sorry about it, but welcome in. Deacon Beto says Judy would be mad about anything. No, apparently they've lied on her several times, and I think she has some reason. Now, do I think that the statements are as strong? No, but I'll tell y'all about it. I'm going to tell y'all about it when we get into it. Oh, I forgot to say. Oh, yeah, I did say that we're going to talk about Blackburn again, huh? Oh, yeah, I'm all over the place right now. Deacon Fatal says weekends, prefer the weekends for the members live stream. We'll see if we can make it work for you. Emma says it's 4 a.m. here. Got to eat a cookie and hop. How do you go to sleep after eating a cookie? Because I feel like sugar, if I know I just ate sugar, then I'm not going to be able to sleep for the rest of the night because I feel like the sugar is keeping me up. But anyway, as I enjoy the live for as long as I will be awake, lots of love to the hive. And thank you very much for supporting the stream. I hope the cookie is delicious and you're making me want a cookie. Kentari says to Deacon Fatal, thank you. The only good thing is that I've been given the good painkillers. Oh gosh. And I might be discharged by Friday. It depends on how everything goes. Well, we are wishing you the best of luck to get out of there as quickly as possible so you can have a good time on the weekends, okay? Kimmy Locker, member, moderator, consultant, paralegal of the channel. Welcome into the members, not the members, into the chat and backstage with me. Nice to have you back tonight. I'm saying hello, Beehive, hello, and welcome in. Deacon Fatal saying hi to Kimmy Smalls, moderator of the channel, giving us, Black power and Black love. Welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. We got Kimmy Locker saying hi to Deeks. Hopefully, if finals are going well. Yes, of course. Rachel Mills says the National Enquirer was never known for their truthfulness, and I don't hold them in the highest regard, like TMZ. I didn't know they were bad like that, but learn something new every day, right? Kimmy Locker says to Rachel Mills, OMG, TMZ is the embodiment of trash. And it's just like, you get some little trash TV, trash commentary, and then they go away, right? Judge Judy is saying, absolutely not. Y'all lied on me. It was not even me. This is what she's saying. We're going to get into it, but first we're going to cover Blackburn. And y'all, I don't have these documents in the right order. Anyways, let me go ahead and swoop so we can start talking about Blackburn and what's going on in the Diddy case. There was also, let me swoop. Okay. I love how Emily D. Baker just made words for the legal commentary community and we all just use it. Yeah, we're going to swoop. Really? What does that mean? But we're all using it. We're all using it. Okay. Anyways, we have Diddy. There was an update in a lawsuit that apparently we've missed yet another one. I thought we only missed that 1991, but apparently there's another one out against him where he has filed another motion to dismiss, just like we covered last week, for him allegedly SAing a 17-year-old girl along with two other men. Let me know if y'all heard about that one. That was my first time hearing about that one, but either way it goes, they're at the motion to dismiss part of the case. So it had to be sitting around for at least a couple of months for him to be responding at this point. But we're not covering that today. We are covering Tyrone Blackburn and, the burning down of his law firm. So as you know, Tyrone Blackburn, or if you don't know, Tyrone Blackburn is the attorney for Rodney Jones. We were all rooting for you. Tyrone, because you were representing Rodney Jones, and his lawsuit seems legitimate, and it also brought a lot more attention back on Diddy and all of the things that are going on. However, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we covered some documents of another case that Blackburn is in. Basically, UMG, Universal Music Group, filed a letter with the court letting them know that they are intending to, I forgot what they were intending, something they were doing, like wanting to be removed from the case, and wanted to give the judge information about Blackburn basically being a sucky attorney and filing lawsuits against people who are not supposed to have the lawsuits filed against them. So they basically called out Blackburn, saying that he was admonished in another district court for filing lawsuits without actually checking whether the court had proper diversity jurisdiction over them. And there was, I believe, 5 or 6 cases that he recently did that in within the last year or so. So the Universal Music Group pointed that out to the judge a couple weeks, 1 to 2 weeks ago, right? Jones have now come back and decided, you know what, Universal Music Group and others, you're right. I'm going to dismiss you from action. Not you admitting that you don't have the right to sue them. Okay. I skimmed these documents, so hopefully I summarized everything correctly. But let's go ahead. Before we jump into that, actually, he wrote a letter to the judge, letting them know that they are trying to get the second amended complaint served on the correct people. But apparently, Cuba Gooding Jr. is avoiding service. What did they say? They use like a certain type of word. He's dodged the process server, and he knows about this case because he's talked about it on an interview, which I have not watched. I don't know. I don't think I will watch that. But anyways, Cuba Gooding Jr. is allegedly trying to dodge service, according to Tyrone Blackburn Law, who may not be around with us for much longer if he keeps getting in trouble the way that he is. So that's that letter from yesterday. He has gotten Diddy served, and he's also served Christina Karam. So there's that. Let's jump into the notice of motion. This is Blackburn actually telling people to take notice that Tyrone Blackburn is seeking to have, Lucian Charles Grange, Motown Records. Oh, I'm not sharing the goddamn screen, Bree. Oh gosh, let me see. I thought I was sharing the screen. He is taking, let me start over. This is a notice of motion of dismissal of all claims and allegations against Lucian Charles Grange, Motown Records, and UMG Recording Incorporated, incorrectly named as Universal Music Group. So he didn't even name the correct party, which I mean could happen because they just changed their name. He is filing this under Rule 15, Rule 21, 41. I don't know what 15 and 21 are on the top of my head. However, the 41, if you remember from the last case that we covered with him doing wrong things, that covers like not making sure that you're suing the right parties in the right jurisdiction. So he got in trouble in 6 other cases under Rule 41. And now he's admitting and asking for the motion to be dismissed under Rule 41. Can you believe it? Like these things write themselves, right? So he's asking to dismiss them with prejudice, meaning that he can't bring the action back against them. Basically because he doesn't have claims against them, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the motion to dismiss. This is defendant. Oh, no, wait. Oh, this is Kim Kardashian. Wrong case. Okay, here we go. I think I might have mixed these up. This is for Kim Kardashian. Okay, here we go. We are on Jones. I don't think we're going to get to Kim Kardashian today, but I didn't realize they look the same to me. Okay, anyways, let's go on. Okay, so we have the declaration of Tyrone Blackburn. Again, signing a declaration of your own in court to admit that you are messing up. Probably not the right move, but this is Tyrone Blackburn's declaration in support of plaintiff's motion to dismiss all claims against and allegations against Lucian Charles Grange, Motown Records, and UMG. He is saying that he is the principal of his law firm and that he's the counsel, the attorney for Rodney Jones, and he has personal knowledge of everything that is written in this affidavit. He goes on to say, I submit this declaration in support of plaintiff's motion pursuant Rule 15, Rule 21, and 41 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure for the dismissal with prejudice of all claims made in the second amended complaint against Lucian Charles Grange, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group, to amend the second amended complaint solely to the extent of deleting therefrom all references to and allegations made against Mr. Grange, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group, and amending the caption to remove them therefrom. The UMG defendants have made 2 motions to dismiss, first directed against the first amended complaint and then the second amended complaint based on my examination. Get this, guys. Based on Tyrone's examination, which should have been done before he ever filed the complaint. Based on my examination of all the papers submitted in support of both motions to dismiss, address the issues I have concluded that there is no legal basis for the claims and allegations that were made against the UMG defendant. As such, I have determined that the proper course of action is for all the claims and all the allegations to be withdrawn immediately, and the second amended complaint as against UMG defendants be dismissed with prejudice. And to accomplish the striking of all references to the UMG defendants in the second amended complaint, I respectfully request that the second amended complaint be deemed amended to delete therefrom any and all references to UMG defendants. Now, is he trying to meet a word count? Is he trying to meet a word count? He said the same thing like 12 times. Okay, I declare under penalty of perjury in the United States of America that the foregoing is true and correct. So, not only did he get in trouble and admonished by a different judge in a different district, UMG then called him out and pointed out his ridiculousness to the current judge in this Diddy case. And then he just voluntarily comes forward and say, you know what? You got me. I was wrong. Please do not submit me to be, what did they submit him to? I forgot what it was called. Basically to be evaluated by the court and potentially lose his license. So he's backing out of this one prior to, screwing himself over and getting in more trouble than he is already in with the federal courts in his jurisdiction. So I don't know what y'all think about that. I think it's pretty funny for him to just completely pull out and just say, you know what, hands up. I am tired of getting in trouble by the court, so I'm just going to admit to my wrongs, and I'll keep the lawsuit going against Christina Karam. We got the lawsuit still against Cuba Gooding Jr., and we have the lawsuit still against, of course, Diddy, the main character of the person in the lawsuit. So I thought that was pretty funny, thought it was pretty interesting, but he has to get it together. Like, I thought Jeanette Braun was our favorite attorney, but this one, and when I'm saying favorite attorney, I'm not meaning in a good way. He's working his way, in my opinion, to losing his license. Yeah. Sure, if it was just one little mistake, it may not have been a big deal, but the fact that you got called out by a district judge for 6 incidences, and apparently, I believe there's another incident going on, but I'm not too familiar with that one. And then you voluntarily say, I effed up under penalty of perjury. Dude, what are you trying to help out your malpractice case? Like, what is going on here? Anyways, let me go ahead and jump into the comments and see what the Bree Hive have to say about it. We got Bossy B bringing us in. I know that was a quick one, so I don't know if we will have many chats talking about it, but let's check it out. We have Ding and Fatal. Thank you so much. Okay, for the $10 super chat, definitely appreciate it. I gotta get a little graphic for the super chats, y'all. I do have to head out because finals rewatch crew hype. I'm so tired, LOL. Well, good luck to you on your finals. I thought you meant you was taking a final right now while we were streaming, but no, thank you so much for the super chat, and I hope you have a good night, and we wish you much of the Bree Hive luck that you pass your test. I know you've been doing amazing, so you probably don't need our luck, but we wish it to you nonetheless. Thank you for stopping by on your finals week. We got Just Me MD say, I always wonder how TMZ manages to show up until I learned that some of those celebs are the ones calling them for coverage. Yes, isn't that weird? Like, oh my gosh, Kim Kardashian spotted out at lunch with her kids. Come spot me out at lunch with my kids. It's ridiculous, right? Rachel Mills says, is this the guy that Emily said seems sus? I don't know. As far as the attorney, I don't know. So Katoa says, now I have Tyrone stuck in my head. We had it last time, so welcome into the crew with that. We got Katoa saying, oh no, I already read that one. I guess I messed it up. We got Rachel Mail saying, oh dear God, I have Daryl Brooks subject matter jurisdiction stuck in my brain now. Yeah. it's along the same lines. And then we had what do you call it? Personal jurisdiction in Jeanette Braun's case. Like, we always skip over the jurisdiction part because we just think that the attorneys have it right. But lately, not so much, right? Lola Waterton says Natalie Lawyer Chick covered the Diddy lawsuit involving the claims of the women who was a Canadian 17-year-old at the time of the alleged offense. Okay, thank you for that. I missed that case, so I'm glad that Natalie covered it for us, or just for the legal internet in general. We got Upside Down says, Bree, love your hair. Thank you very much. It's new hair, don't care, right? Welcome back into the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. And thank you for the compliment. We got Deacon Fatal saying that is a word. Consentant? I don't know what that means. Upside Down says review, LOL. And then we got Kimmy Locker saying, I don't know why he told on himself like that, especially since I'm 99% sure the grievance committee, that's what it was, situation isn't over yet. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you have pending charges, sir. You have pending charges in the judicial system already. Like, why would you do this to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? I definitely agree with you there, Kimmy. Okay, let me actually unpin my message saying that we're going to start at 7. And then we got a couple of votes coming in on our poll. Do you like having member streams during, let's see, during the week or the weekend? We says, yes, I love it having it during the week. Then we have no, I prefer the weekend. And then we have 45% at no preference. That doesn't help. That makes us just as much confused as possible. But at this point, the weekend is winning other than the ones that are just like, oh, we're here for it no matter what you do, Bree. So we'll see if we can like mix them in. Maybe we'll do like 2 during the week, like 2 months during the week and then 1 month on the weekend, just to make sure that everybody is getting their chance to pop into the Bree Hive Live. So thank y'all for voting. I'm going to go ahead and end it there and keep that in my mind. Okay, y'all. We have got to jump over to Judge Judy. But before we jump over to the Judge Judy case, we do have to do a recap of what's going on with the Menendez brothers and why this is so offensive for Judge Judy. So let me go ahead and bring Bossy B in. I'm kind of keeping up with my timestamps today, y'all, doing the bookmark thing backstage. Now, actually putting it into work, that's a different question. That's a different question we're going to have to figure out if we're going to make it. Anyways, we have the Judge Judy lawsuit. And if you guys cannot tell, this is probably going to be a pretty short stream today, I'm thinking. Because the complaint on this one is not really that long, but yeah, I'm still dealing with spiciness from my chicken wings, so I'm okay with that. Anyways, on to the Judge Judy complaint. If you don't know who Judge Judy is, she is a TV personality that has been a judge / arbitrator online, or not online, way before online, right? 1996 is when her show came out, where she judged people's small claims court. People would come on there voluntarily. Allegedly, the show pays them, and that's why they come on there and spill all their business in their tea for Judge Judy to make a determination. She's known as being like a tough but fair judge. And she has recently been brought into the news by the National Enquirer, basically saying that she supports the Menendez brothers. This lady is like 80-something years old. I think she's like 81 years old. And they're saying that she supports the Menendez brothers. And why are they saying that she supports, or let me go back. Menendez brothers, who are they? There are 2 brothers who in, I believe, like 1990, 1991, unalived both of their parents with like shotguns, if I'm not mistaken, while their parents were just sitting on the couch, chilling, watching TV. Now, they almost got away with it. If you guys don't know this case, I don't know if you've been living under a rock or something. I wasn't even born yet, and I still know the case, okay? So, they shot their parents. Scene is crazy. The way that police describe it is like blood everywhere. They definitely overkilled. I believe one of them went up and like actually stood over the mom and shot her. She was already dead. There was no reason for him to shoot her again, right? And unalived both of their parents in their house. In their house, the boys went out, they came back, and then they did this unaliving. Now, they almost got away with it until one of the brothers said something to the therapist. And the therapist did not snitch, okay? The therapist did not snitch. The therapist's girlfriend was on the other side of the door, you know, eavesdropping, ear hustling, if I must say. And she was like, oh, that's some interesting information. They unalived their parents. People are thinking that it's just a random burglar that came in and or like they thought someone were against his parents because their parents were like rich. They were like rich. Someone is against their parents and they're thinking it's just like a random attack and they don't know who it is. These brothers go into therapy. One of them admits to doing the unaliving. I believe it was the younger one that admitted to doing the unaliving to their kids, or not their kids, their parents. And this eavesdropping, ear hustling girlfriend of the therapist found out about it. And then she tried to, if I remember correctly, extort the therapist for money, or to stay together. I can't remember which one. She began to threaten to extort him, and he didn't pay up or he didn't stay with her or whatever the extortion was. And then so she went and told. And they got caught in that way. Now, when I say that these parents were rich, one of the big things about this case that had people, you know, really focusing on them is that these kids were spending money. They were buying fancy cars, I believe Porsches. I could be wrong. They was buying Rolexes. I remember that for sure. Rolexes, spending money. I think it was like at least $1 million in a policy. And by time they was arrested, they had expended most of the money, if not all of it. So these kids, their parents just died, but they're just out here on yachts, you know, maybe not on yachts. I might be exaggerating there, but they're out here spending money, blowing cash. Okay. But their parents were just unalive. So that looks suspicious. It looks suspicious in itself, right? One brother gets guilty, ends up telling the therapist, and then boom, the therapist's girlfriend snitches on them because they're not trying to give her the money or whatever that she wanted from knowing this information, right? So they go to trial. First trial, I believe, is like a hung jury. Second trial, they come back. And during this time, the battered wife defense becomes a thing, right? You can now use the battered wife defense. And so these brothers, they try to use it as like battered wife, but not really battered wife, but like domestic violence against your kids. Because remember, these were their parents that they unalived. And so they basically tried to use the battered wife's argument, but as kids, they began accusing their dad of SAing them and, you know, doing inappropriate things to them. And I can't remember if this came up in the first trial, but I feel like it didn't come up in the first trial because it was like such a big thing that people focused on in the second trial, right? They're accusing this man of doing all of this stuff. He can't speak for himself because he's unalived, right? Anyways, they end up getting convicted the second go round. No one really believes them. Somehow, if I'm not mistaken, both of them are married. They've been in jail since they were like 18, 21, right around in that young age. It's been about 30, 35 years since then. And they're still just, you know, in jail, pleading their innocence. And they are very charismatic, in my opinion. Very charismatic, in my opinion. And they got people to marry them. You know, they've been, you know, trying to appeal. They feel remorseful of the situation. They were very, very young when this happened. 18, I believe, and 21, if I'm not mistaken. They were very young, and they're basically like they shouldn't be on life sentences because they were very young. A lot of things going against them. They like went across town to buy the pew pew, and like it came off as very planned, right? And there's a bunch of facts that go into it, but I could probably talk about this for forever. And y'all, I didn't even refresh myself on the Menendez brothers case. I've just watched so many documentaries on it. Like, as I was talking, so many things were coming back to my head, and then they did this and they did that. Anyways, these are the brothers. So just thinking about it, they unalive both of their parents, over unalived, right? You know the word overkill. They did that to their parents with like shotguns, shot pew pews, okay? And they've been pleading this whole 30 years to get out. And I believe they're getting ready to do another appeal. National Enquirer comes along and says, you know what? Judge Judy is supporting these brothers. And Judge Judy said, no, I'm not. So let's go ahead and jump into the case, because I don't want to basically summarize the complaint and then we'll be done with the live stream right now. So let's go ahead and see what she has to say in her complaint so y'all can hear it straight from the judge's mouth. And we will go from there. I'm going to go ahead and swoop again, because that was a long intro with the Menendez brothers. So let me go ahead and have Bossy B bring. We have Judge Judy, Judge Judy Shilen, also known as Judge Judy, suing Accelerate 360 and A360 Media. We are in the Circuit Court of the 20th District of Collier County in Florida. She starts off with a quote saying, "A lie can travel around the world and back again while the truth is lacing up its boots." So lies can spread faster than the truth, right? Okay. She goes on to say, "We learn the truth at an early age. A good reputation takes a lifetime to build and a moment to tarnish." Judge Judy Shilen, better known as the wise, trusted Judge Judy, recently relearned the truth learned this truth in a perverse and painful way. On April 10th, 2024, defendants first prominently published the article "Inside Judge Judy's Quest to Save the Menendez Brothers Nearly 35 Years After Their Parents' Unaliving" in Touch Weekly, which were subsequently republished elsewhere. I am not showing the goddamn document. Oh my gosh. Here we are, y'all. We're back. Okay, the digital and print editions of the National Enquirer, also published by defendants, screamed on their front page, "True crime, Judge Judy's fight for Lyle and Eric," with the photo of the judge placed next to the photos of the two brothers and with the headline, "Baloney, Judge Judy on warpath to save the Menendez brothers." Isn't that insane? Like they are putting icing on the cake. Like, this is not just, oh, Judge Judy said that she supports the Menendez brothers. No, they are calling it baloney. They say she's on a warpath. She is going hard for these brothers that a lot of people will not be in support of, right? Judge Shilen was as floored as any reader to read those headlines and to learn the following. The convicted unalivers, Lyle and Eric Menendez, gained a powerful ally in their quest for a retrial, Judge Judy Shilen. So they're saying that Judge Judy is supporting them, right? That Judge Shilen claimed in the Fox Nation docuseries Menendez Brothers Victims or Villains that the proceeding that put the brothers in prison were rigged. So they're saying that Judge Judy said the proceedings that put the brothers in prison were rigged. Whether the trial was rigged or not is not really the issue. The issue is whether Judge Judy said it, right? Right. Okay. The judge that Judge Shilen's recalled realizing Superior Judge Stanley M. Weisberg intended to run the second trial in a very, very different manner than he had the first, and that Judge Judy Shilen begged Leslie Abrasom, defense attorney for the accused, to demand Weisberg recuse himself in favor of a new trial judge. So they're basically saying that she said all of these things. And with her saying these things, it gives people can infer that she's supporting the Menendez brothers. Are they the best defamatory statements? In my opinion, no. But I guess saying that she supports parental unalivers is bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But it is also confusing of what they're actually alleging, in my opinion. Y'all can let me know if you think differently. So those are the 4 statements that they're talking about. They're saying that she's a powerful ally to them, that the proceedings were rigged, saying she said that, and that the judge should have ran the case in a different manner, or that he said he was going to run it in a different manner, and that the judge should have recused himself for the second trial. They go on to say, sensational headline grabbing copy. To be sure, accurate, no. As a judge's stock in trade is her reputation. These defamations are especially damaging in that they strike at the heart of Judge Shilen's good reputation. Over the course of decades as an arbitrator on one of America's most watched television programs, and before that, a public servant, Judge Shilen has developed a well-deserved reputation as a fair, deliberate, wise, and no-nonsense judge of people and facts. Judge Shilen's remarkable success is cultivating her positive reputation was reflected in a 2013 Reader's Digest poll, which found that Americans trusted Judge Shilen more than they did all 9 members of the U.S. Supreme Court, which is pretty insane to say. And while I'm saying that, let me go ahead and double check our like. We're at 48 likes. Our like goal is 50 likes for the live stream. So if you have not hit the like button, please do. We are almost at our like goal for the stream. Shout out to the Bree Hive. I'm gonna clap anyway because you guys are doing an amazing job. Let's jump back into it. Okay. We have, in one fell swoop, Judge Shilen's lifetime cultivated reputation has taken a body blow in the form of an account replete with facts diminishing her to a rube, a fool, and worse. The words that they are using are insane, in my opinion. But she is also 81. So that could let me know why I haven't heard a lot of these words or the way that it's written. Indeed, reproach and humiliation ensued immediately following the appearance online of the defamatory article. Judge Shilen was cured variously with hatred, distrust, ridicule, contempt, and disgrace, precisely as one would expect upon being told she questioned the fairness of the trial convicting the Menendez brothers. What follows are just a few examples of the ensuing vitriol and ridicule. So these are some statements that people are saying about her. Judge Judy should be in jail herself for having a big mouth. Another dementia judge. Wow. I knew she was a dumb beep. There we go. A dumb beep. We have more. They have quite a bit. I'm in total shock. Judge Judy trying to help them. It's gotta be a first. Another person. Time for Judy to quit. They spelled quit wrong. Melinda Sutton says, fire her, save them, no way. Someone else says, these 3 clowns. Then someone else says, Judge Judy is an arrogant know-it-all. We got someone else saying, she's no better than they. Another person, stupid old hag. Geez Louise. Not a smart judge. After all, Judge Judy has nothing better to do. The old hag. Judge Judy needs to step away. She must be bored or she would not touch this. Judy must be suffering from dementia. What is up with them going hard on dementia? Like, geez Louise. Let them both out. They can stay in her house in the basement. You are unbelievable. Guilty as charged, plus dragging your parents' name in the dirt stuff. Judge Judas goes on to say she has lost her mind. Judy wrong is what they called her. Listen, old lady, let them move in with you then. Jeez. Shocked at that, her respectability just went way down. Someone else says she was never a good judge. So there we go. The articles are replete with unequivocal falsehood, as Judge Shilen never made any of the statements attributed to her. Judge Shilen never attempted to intercede for the Menendez brothers, and Judge Shilen never spoke to Leslie Abramson about any of these matters. Worse yet, defendants' defamatory publications have all the hallmarks of knowledge of falsity or reckless disregard of the truth of their publication's content. Now, since she is a celebrity, she is a public figure, she's on TV being a judge, although an arbitrator or a judge, she's on TV putting herself out there. She has national fame, right? If not, universal fame. So we have to have the highest level, which is knowledge of the falsity or a reckless disregard as to whether it is false or not. So let's jump in. Defendants entirely misquoted source material. which had properly identified the actual speaker of the challenge statements by a name other than Judy Shilen. Okay? Judge Judy is known as Judge Judy. Although Judy may be a common name for someone that may have been on the jury, I'm skipping ahead, but someone on the jury at that time, Judge Judy wasn't even in the documentary. But the National Enquirer is saying that she's the one that said it. Let's go on. No credible, reasonable, or justifiable explanation exists for substituting Judge Shilen's name with the actual speaker, an individual identified on screen in a docuseries as Judy, spelled with an I, not a Y, Zamos, and as an alternate juror first trial. So on this documentary, when they're putting up this lady, who I don't even know what she looks like, putting this lady up, her name is Judy Zamos, which is spelled differently than Judge Judy, and she's an alternate juror on the first trial. Not a judge, nothing. She served as an alternate juror on the first trial. And defendants were motivated by a desire to generate more headlines, a bigger audience, and more ad revenue through the inclusion of Judge Shilen, despite the lack of any basis for doing so. So, if she said these things, would it be bad? Yes. But the fact is, she wasn't even on the documentary in which these things were said. She wasn't even there. So this is why she's suing. I didn't even say those things. I wasn't even there. What are they talking about? So that's how she's going to be able to prove her case, by showing this is the documentary that they use, and this is not me. Nor is this case a publication failing to run an intense investigation. A review of the documentary source interview and a simple internet search would have sufficed to reveal the truth and thereby enable defendants to have avoided publication of a defamatory statement had they so wished. By this action, plaintiff brings a suit to protect and repair her own good reputation, to seek redress for defendants tarnishing it, and to deter defendants from, in the future, subjecting plaintiffs to or another individual to being lied about to millions of people. So she is just making it very clear that she does not support these Menendez brothers. She's going to go into the fact that she was a public servant by being a prosecutor, and then she became a family law judge, and then she became a television personality for one of America's leading television shows. Judge Judy debuted on September 16, 1996, and ran for 25 seasons until July 23rd, 2021. It remained the top of the Nielsen-rated court shows, regularly drew 9 to 10 million viewers daily, and won Daytime Emmy Awards in 2013, 2016, and 2017. She's basically establishing herself as a public figure at this point, and that people would associate someone saying Judge Judy did something, Judge Judy Shilen did something, they would associate it with her because she's been on TV for god dang what, 30 years almost? Right. After Judge Judy's wrapped in 2021, plaintiff launched Judy Justice, which I didn't know she had another show, which debuted on November 2021. It won a Daytime Emmy Award in just a few seasons and has broken steaming records. For decades, a plaintiff has drawn in viewers to her programs based on her application of tough but fair judgment. Judge Shilen was born in Brooklyn, the child of a dentist and office manager. Don't know why we need to know that. She graduated from high school, went to law school, blah, blah, blah. She passed the New York bar. And then that's when she was a prosecutor in family court. Then she became a judge and then a supervising judge. By 1993, Judge Shilen had gained a national reputation for her efforts to make the court system work for the good of all people. Following publication in a 1993 Los Angeles Times article, she was featured in a segment of CBS 60 Minutes. In 1996, she retired as a judge, having heard more than 20,000 cases. That is insane. 20,000 cases? Jeez Louise, that's a lot. And she was only a judge for 3 years? And she heard 29 cases? Okay, anyways, on April 10th, 2024, defendant published an article via the publication In Touch Weekly entitled Inside Judge Judy's Quest to Save the Menendez Brothers. That article prominently featured a photo of Judge Judy, flanked on both sides by photos of the notorious Menendez brothers who were convicted of the unaliving of their parents. The article claimed that the Menendez brothers have gained a powerful ally in their quest for a retrial. Judge Judy Shilen. So named her full name, not even just Judge Judy, but Judge Judy Shilen, spelled the right way, not Judy Zamos, a mess, right? The article claimed that according to the popular TV jurist, the proceedings that put the brothers in prison were rigged, and that Shilen, 81, sat in on much of the pair's second trial in the 1990s after the first ended with a deadlocked jury. But in the Fox Nation docuseries Menendez Brothers Victims or Villains, the expert recalls realizing Superior Court Judge Stanley Weisberg intended to run the second trial in a very, very different manner than he had the first. Finally, the article claimed that Shilen says she begged Leslie Abrahamson, defense attorney for the accused, to demand Weisberg recuse himself in favor of a new trial judge, but the seasoned lawyer dismissed the idea by saying, "Better the devil you know." I don't know what that would mean, but anyways, defendants also disseminated this same article through a post on Instagram, as well as through their Newsbreak account, where the article generated numerous views and comments. So not only didn't they post the original article, right? They didn't post it on Instagram and then on some of their other smaller channels as well. So blog sites as well. The article received a significant boost in readership when Yahoo Incorporated reposted the same article in the Yahoo Entertainment section, amplifying the reach of the article by placing it on one of the most visited forums on the internet. The article was unequivocally false. It entirely misquoted its source material, which identified the speaker of the challenge statements by name, an individual identified on screen in a docuseries. So not only is she identified by her name, but you can see her. And you can see that she's not Judge Judy, right? And as an alternate juror at the first trial, Judge Shilen has never gone by the name Judy Zamos, nor was she an alternate juror in the Menendez trial. Nor did plaintiff ever indicate any support for the Menendez brothers or question the fairness of their trial. She probably don't even think about that trial, right? She did not sit in on their trials, nor did she ask the Menendez brothers' defense attorney to request that the judge there be recused himself. Sounds like she was doing her own business in her own courtroom, being her own judge for her own cases. Oh, no, I always do that. Jeez Louise. Here we go. Okay. Jeez, what did I do? Okay, there we are. Okay, defendants motivated by the need to drive internet traffic and clicks to fuel their ad revenue published the falsehoods that plaintiff was sympathetic to and had acted in favor of the notorious unalivers, according to David Pecker. So get this, y'all. According to David Pecker, former chairman and CEO of A3 Media LLC, predecessor, making up stories, and this is a guy that was a CEO of the companies that she's suing. Making up stories and obsessing with ratings are par for the course of the National Enquirer. Mr. Pecker recently testified about National Enquirer that in 2016, its research, quote unquote, department fabricated a story that Senator Ted Cruz's father was photographed with Lee Harvey Oswald by combining pictures of Senator Cruz's father and a picture of Lee Harvey Oswald. Its in-house researchers calculated and assigned a score or rating for potential stories to maximize profits, and executives would receive report cards rating how well publications would sell. The lies defendants manufactured, which were disseminated through the National Enquirer, In Touch Weekly, Yahoo Entertainment, and other sites, have damaged plaintiff's hard-earned reputation, telling millions of readers that plaintiff not only challenged the fairness of the conviction of the two most notorious criminals in recent history, that has sought to aid the two unalivers. Now, before seeing this lawsuit, I'm calling it strides in effect, because before seeing this lawsuit, I did not see those articles. Not saying that other people didn't see it, right? And the thing about being on TV, not everyone is going to be your supporter. So I also don't think people saying that she sucks is necessarily, I mean, I guess it's related because that's what brought up the conversation, but those people probably already thought that she sucked, right? Either way it goes, I forgot where I was going with that. I have not heard of the case, right? So strikes in effect, you brought more attention to it. Now we're covering it on the Beehive, okay? So let's go ahead and jump back into it. After plaintiff publicly indicated that she would seek, so now she's telling them she will seek the right the wrong done to her reputation, defendants removed the April 10 article from the online edition of In Touch Weekly. So they removed one article. As to the date of this filing, however, the article continues to appear in internet search engine results and in other accounts controlled by defendants, including the Newsbreak account run by defendants. Worse yet, as discussed below, defendants subsequently chose to proceed with the publication of the defamatory piece as a front page story, no less, in their April 2020 National Enquirer print edition. So she already told them that this stuff was wrong. They removed one article, but then proceeded to print it. My question to that would be, were they already in the process of printing it? I think that's what they will argue. Plaintiff served litigation holds and notices to defendants on April 18, 2024. So 4 days. So maybe they wasn't already printed. 4 days before they printed this article, she served them the litigation holds and notices. Although defendants necessarily conceded these articles were false, they did not issue a retraction, apology, or correction. They continued in a response dated on April 24, 2024, that In Touch Weekly author mistakenly confused Judy Zamos with plaintiff, yet offered no explanation as to whether and if not, why not, the reporter at issue had actually watched the docuseries episode where Judy Zamos is clearly labeled as Judy Zamos, alternate juror, and if he attempted to confirm whether Judy Zamos was the same person as Judge Judy. So they issued like some clarification, but they didn't really like apologize. You know, they just like, our reporter messed up. Sorry. No, they didn't say sorry. That was the issue, right? Moreover, on April 22nd, 2024, 12 days after the original article published by defendants on April 10, and 4 days after plaintiff's notice letter on April 18th, defendants published both the print and digital, substantially the same statements in their publication, the National Enquirer, teasing the article with photos of Judge Judy and the Menendez brothers on the front page. They were like, F it. She already told us she was going to sue us, so let's keep going. The front page teaser screams true crime. Oh, remember, Dan Schneider didn't like the word true crime. So, Judge Judy's not going to like it. She was a family law judge. True crime. Judge Judy's fight for Lyle and Eric with a photo of the judge and the two brothers. So we're going to scroll through some of the exhibits to let us see what these people were posting about this lady. Like, come on now. Within April 2022 or April 22nd, 2024, National Enquirer issue came with a shrieking title, Baloney, Judge Judy on a warpath to save the Menendez bros. The article claimed that the Menendez brothers have gained a powerful ally in their quest for a retrial. Judge Judy Shilan. It continued, according to the popular TV jurist, the proceedings that put the brother in prison were rigged. So jurist, not judge. Okay. She wasn't on the jury. Okay. They're like mixing things together. She sat in on most of the pair's second trial in the 1990s after the first one ended in deadlock juries. But in the Fox Nation docuseries, Menendez brothers, victims or villains, the Mouthy expert recalls realizing that Judge Stanley, okay, that really repeats what we have already covered. Finally, the article claims that she begged the attorney to make the judge go away. We already read that. Defendant published substantially the same statements just 4 days after being placed on notice that those statements were false and defamatory, thus knowingly making these false and defamatory statements. Plaintiff served litigation holds and notices on April 29, 2024 regarding the 2022 National Enquirer article. Defendants have still not removed the April 22nd, 2024 National Enquirer article, nor per information and belief have they requested or caused to be removed a separate publishing of the same article on the Maxters Incorporated site, I guess. Defendants have still not removed the April 10, 2024 In Touch Weekly article from Newsbreak. So it's still up. It's basically still up. Nor is this the first time that defendants have lied about plaintiff. As just one example, in 2017, the National Enquirer posted as follows. they had to issue a different apology for different lies that they told about Judge Judy. So, the National Enquirer and sister publication, the National Examiner, recently published articles which stated that Judge Judy Shiland suffered from brain disease, was fighting both Alzheimer's and depression, and is hiding a heartbreaking medical crisis. We also published articles which stated that Judge Judy cheated on her husband and that her daughter Nicole Shiland faced jail time for refusing to serve on a jury. None of these statements are true, and we unequivocally retract them. Sorry, y'all, my nose is stuffed. So they be lying. That's what we're getting. Not only is Tyrone Blackburn lying, but the National Enquirer is lying, and they had to admit to it openly. And all conditions precedent to bring in the maintenance of this action have been performed or occurred and have been waived. So they basically gave them notice. National Enquirer didn't correct it, and so they're basically saying we should be entitled to money, or I should be entitled to money, and also to be entitled to them to take these articles down. That's what Judge Judy is asking for. So we go on to, they kind of repeat the same things as far as the defamation per se, basically saying that they're accusing her of supporting these unalivers, that she is not, and she's not sympathetic to them. She's not supporting them, and that it has embarrassed her, humiliated her, and shamed her with those false statements. She was known for being a good judge, and this has basically tarnished her reputation. She goes on to say that she has emotional harm, but she doesn't really tell us what the emotional harm is and how it has tarnished. I mean, I guess people saying messed up stuff about her online. I guess with the per se, you don't really have to prove what the injury is, because people should know that you are injured, basically, because they're claiming that you're supporting unalivers. So they're saying that they was done maliciously, and that's supported by the fact that they published false stories about her before, and she put them on notice that the stories are false. They retracted some of it, but not all of it. So that is the end of that case. We're going to scroll through some of the exhibits in just a moment for us to kind of check out what these headlines look like, what these what the headlines look like in the case, just so we could see what she saw and just kind of try to figure out how would we feel if this was us, right? So let's go ahead and check. We are at 59 likes. Our like goal for the live stream was 50 likes. So shout out to the Beehive for hitting the like goal. You know, we have a little animation for us. There is going to be an explosion. So if you are sensitive to loud noises, I suggest that you turn your volume down right now as we speak. And we are going to be playing the like goal video in 3, 2, 1. All right. Shout out to the Beehive for hitting the like goal. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. It definitely helps us out in the algorithm. It helps us get more friends in the live stream and just on the channel. So I definitely I appreciate all of the support that the Beehive gives on a regular basis on this channel. I couldn't be here without all of you. So let's go ahead and jump in the chat and see what the people are saying. In just a moment, we're going to go over, we're going to scroll through some of the headlines and photos that they were using to basically associate Judge Judy with this case. I don't know, because I didn't scroll through all the exhibits, if they actually show the lady who said these things versus Judge Judy. So let's go ahead and jump on over. We got a transition coming in just a moment. Let's see, where's Bossy B? That was rhymey. Let's see, where's Bossy B? Okay, we got Sokatoa saying, yes, they had a mistrial the first time around. Yes. Upside Down says, no sympathy for the bros. So we are not sorry for the Menendez bros. I'm just like, they're young and they're very charismatic. I can see why people will be like, oh, well, let them off. You know, it has been a long time and everything. Sokatoa says, that therapist was a hot mess having an affair with that lady, right? Oh, it was an affair. You are right. It was an affair, right? Sokatoa says the essay came up in the first trial, where we're in the middle of watching it on Legal Bites Classic Trial. Okay, I thought it only came up in the second trial, but you're probably right about that. I haven't watched a documentary on it in a while. Angie says, I believe it was the first trial. Also untestified that there was abuse. Yes. Sokotoa says, I'm not excusing their actions, but the SA seems very likely they still deserve jail. And right, that doesn't really give you the right to do that. You report it, you get taken out of the home, whatever it may be. But like I said, their parents were like rich, so they not to be, insensitive, but they probably didn't want to lose out on that money, right? So Upside Down says, yes, to Sokotoa, the abuse is not acceptable, neither is the massacre. Agreed. Sokotoa says the 80s band members from Menundo recently accused the Menendez dad too. Really? I had not heard about that. I would not be surprised though. Was he in the music industry, the dad? I just know that they were rich. I can't remember what he did. Upside Down says JJ is mean old broad. Judy, who breaks the law, in my opinion. she is kind of mean, but I don't know about broad. Phoenix Waller says the Upside Down. I saw a deep dive into her once that made some pretty harsh allegations against her, but I think it might have been on a channel now facing problems of its own, so I don't know. And that's the thing about covering these things. I think all celebrities have issues. I think all of them have some dirt in their background, and they all face ridicule. That's why I said, even them coming out with that article, and those people making those comments, I'm like, those are probably not the worst hate comments that she has received. Not saying it's right for them to lie on her, but she probably received worse, right? Upside Down says to Phoenix Waller, I used to get a kick out of her, but she literally makes her own allegations up to sway the case. Yeah, she be adding facts. She for sure adds facts. Phoenix Waller says to Upside Down, yeah, at one point I found her entertaining, but now it's overly harsh and cringe. Yeah, I definitely don't watch it anymore. I used to watch it when I was a kid, but not as an adult. Crystal Harris says, if a judge is suing you, that's a problem. That is a problem. They told him to stop, and they said, you know what? Bet I'm gonna post it again. I'm gonna post it again, and I'm gonna print it out. So you can't even get rid of it. Sokotoa says, wow, such hateful comments. The comments were really mean, right? Just Me MD says, if you know Judge Judy, her character, her brand, you would look at this with two sides eyes and cross eyes, especially if the National Enquirer is the source. And the thing is, like, lady, not that she has a right to sue. That's her prerogative. We can't stop her from doing it. But you are 81 years old. Are you really tripping off of this? I didn't even know this was going on. I mean, I guess because if I did see it, I would probably be like, oh, I'm not surprised. But is that a good thing? But I mean, no one's gonna cancel you. Are people canceling her? No. I didn't even know she had a second show on. Like, come on now. Alyssa says her show ended the day after my birthday. Well, I guess that was a good birthday present for you. Angie said, regardless of who said it, to me, the statements honestly give a vibe of criticizing the judge so that it's a fair trial, not supporting the brothers, in my opinion. Yeah, and it's like, that's why I said the statements, they're not all that clear. Just saying, oh, she has an ally. You can say, I think the judge, should have been recused for a second trial, but without being supportive. They should say, I think the judge should have been recused for a second trial, but that the judge, made the right decisions, but they might be biased because they heard the case before. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are a supporter. So I definitely understand what you're saying there, Angie. Angie says, I haven't watched the doc though, so I'm probably missing a lot of context. I have not watched this particular documentary. Just Me MD says she is a conservative judge, the old school conservative, not new school. I absolutely cannot see her co-signing on this. Makes sense. Phoenix Waller says Yahoo News most visited, right? Right? I'm like, do we really trust Yahoo News? I feel like you can pay to get on Yahoo News. And Zoe B says, Bree, I adore your hair. Thank you very much. Welcome into the live stream. You might have already been here, but I haven't seen any of your chats yet. But welcome in. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Upside Down says the woman made millions on her show alone. I wouldn't want to push her off. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess I'll let too many things slide. I would not waste my time suing people. Crystal Yo says, wait, they have a research team? Yeah, their research team clearly didn't have their eyes open while the documentary was going on. Phoenix Waller says, I mean, it's the National Enquirer. If their story spinners are sick any particular week, they drag back out the 40-year-old photos of Bat Boy. What? second. Let me put something else on there. Upside Down says Pecker. Enough said. And you know what? His name was Brian Pecker, or was it David Pecker? I'm about to give him a whole different identity, just like they did to Judge Judy. I think his name was David Pecker. And Just Me MD says, due to contractual royalty and other legal disputes with network executives, Judge Judy needed, and she started her own totally own Judge Justice show. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that she came up with her own show. When I read it, I was like, oh, it makes sense because nobody's like watching TV anymore. So why not stream a different show? But I didn't even know she had a different show. It makes sense though. Kimmy Locker says to Just Me MD, Judy Justice sounds like a cartoon superhero that tries to teach kids morals or something. And does. Small says, hold up, is this one big publicity stunt? I don't know. Like, I don't think I would have, but I mean, I guess if multiple articles are coming out saying the same thing and you never said that, then yeah, I can see it being a problem, but like, I didn't hear it. Not that I keep up with the news that well, but I didn't hear about it. And like I said, people commenting on Judge Judy probably weren't her fans in the first place. Upside Down says, yeah, I think so too, Smalls, if it's a publicity stunt. Small says, okay, so it's not just me, because what the hell, man? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a waste of time. But she does still have the right to sue, right? I didn't say those things. Upside Down says, nope, not just you. The old battle axis, get it free press and trying for the sympathy vote, in my opinion. She's letting us all know that she got a new show. That's basically what y'all saying. Publicity. I have a new show. Come watch me. I cannot. Phoenix Waller says, LOL, like Gold Swoop woke up the bird who was asleep on my shoulder. I'm sorry. I've been told to fix the volume, and I just have not had the energy to try to go back in and fix it with everything else going on in my life. But I'm gonna try. Maybe we'll do a different sound. I like the explosion though, because like we're smashing the like button, but maybe it's too much. Phoenix Waller says to John Smith, I mean, this is the height of National Enquirer reporting. They're doing a great job in their opinion, right? Phoenix Waller says to John Smith, don't quote me, but I think I heard from details in that other trial that they only move about 80,000 copies a week. That's not a lot. Not a lot when we're talking about virality, right? Just Me MD says, if you really pay attention to her show, you can see she added a bit of spiciness to her TV personality judge character. Right. I agree. You can't be that grumpy for that long. And really, she's 81. She needs to sit down. I'm not trying to be mean, Judge Judy, but you need to sit down. 81? And you're still working? What's going on? Just sit down, chill. Judge your kids, judge your grandkids. You don't have to be on TV, sis. It's over. Ohio Pound Mom says, I don't see this as the Streisand effect since she is refuting the statements. The lawsuit is a way to call them out publicly. True. My point is that, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about the issue and them saying that about her until she brought it up. Upside Down says, NE drama? Crystal Yo says, so wait, didn't y'all know they were lying about every darn thing that's in there, LOL? They used to post about I was abducted and here's my alien baby with their hands. No, I didn't even know this was that bad. Like, I guess I never read or paid attention to National Enquirer, so I'm sorry. I didn't know they were that bad. But yeah, here's my alien baby with 3 heads. It's wild. Oh my gosh. Angie says, yes, Menendez's father was in the music industry. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like that is familiar. Just Me MD says, I eat morons like you for breakfast. You're gonna be crying before this is over. Judge Judy, National Enquirer, picked a fight with the wrong person. Is that a headline? For us, Angie says Judge Judy needs to fund her new series at 80 Bree. She needs to sit down. It's over. It's time for a nap. No more funding the new series, okay? No more bringing attention, letting us know you have a new series. That show died off years ago, in my opinion. Who's watching that anymore? Upside Down says, sorry if I sound harsh, but she campaigns on every interview she does. She tries to sway the vote. Judge Judy weaponized. Judge Judy weaponizing herself. So y'all are not in favor of my girl, Judge Judy. Oh my gosh. Just Me MD says, I love Judge Judy. She is human and hilarious. The harsh words she is receiving, she has said harsher words. Doubt it hurt her feelings or her pockets. She's standing on business. I agree with you there. I say, I don't think that's the worst she's ever heard, right? I don't think that's the worst people have ever said about her. I agree with that for sure. Judge Judy, the poster child for FU. Kimmy Locker says exhibits A and B crack me up because they look like 81-year-old woman tried less than successfully to attach them. Okay. So the 81-year-old women are also working at the National Enquirer, maybe. I don't know. Just Me MD says exactly to Crystal Yost, consider the source. I laugh every time I'm standing in line at the grocery store, like they still in business. What do you have against the grocery store? Sue says it's absurd to the max. It is absurd. I didn't know that the Beehive was going to be against Judge Judy in this, y'all. I thought y'all was going to support her and have her back. And now I'm sitting here with egg on my face thinking y'all thought Judge Judy was just as great, you know? That they shouldn't be defaming her like that. Chat's like, F her. Let's get some real cases in here. Sucks to suck is what the chat is saying. So let's get boss. I cannot. I always am cracking up on this stream like it's out of control. Let's go ahead and scroll to some of the articles, exhibits that were included. So here we are. We are on In Touch. They printed it out, and yeah. They got a young picture of her, though, and then the old pictures of them. It looks like he has on a toupee. But yeah, they attached it. It's not too bad. They just picked all old pictures of all of them, I guess. Inside Judge Judy's quest to save the Menendez brothers nearly 35 years after their parents' unaliving. Okay, let's see what else they got. This is the article. We're not going to read the whole article. It's a lot of things with missing pictures, I guess, because they don't want to show us all the articles that they have attached. Don't promote any of their stuff. Okay. And then we got Inside Judge Judy's quest to save the Menendez brothers, nearly 35 after the unalive. That looked the same, but they just made it bigger. Looks the same, but then they made it bigger. This looks like they made it on, is it Photoshop? Not Photoshop. I can't think of what it's called, but it looks like it was made on a very amateur app. Okay, we're on Yahoo News. Then we got, okay, so she's not the main focus. It is on the cover, right? They went ahead and dropped it in the National Enquirer. I can't even say the word no more. Enquirer. True crime Judge Judy's fight for Lyle and Eric. And they just keep using old pictures of both of them. So, and then we got next to it, like Christina loses her legs. And then we got Charles' face is paralyzed. Like, geez, Louise, we got a lot of people losing body parts. And Judge Judy is fighting for Lyle and Eric. Then we got, is Diddy worse than these people? Oh, now we're talking. Diddy's still brought into it. So it sounds like the National Enquirer may have some legitimacy, huh? Is it worse? What did Ashton Kutcher do? Jeez Louise. What did Ashton Kutcher do? I didn't know he was in trouble for something. Okay, we got more still old. This is back from the Judge Judy show. They go ahead and put some of the statements in there. We got the brothers still on there. And the second trial, didn't they separate out? No, they both had different attorneys anyways, right? Baloney, Judge Judy, Warpath to save the Menendez bros, and they attached the parents. That's sad. Okay, so this is another piece of the article. Judge chilling over here in the corner. He should have been relieved according to the other juror. Okay, we got Taylor Swift. So there's that. Thanks for Taylor Swift. Okay, we got another one of those pictures together. So, I mean, they are associating her. I'm trying to see if they ever show us what the person on the actual documentary looked like, but I don't think they are going to show us what she looked like, right? Okay, where is it on this one? I don't see it on this one. Maybe it's just in. Yeah, I don't think it's on that one. Okay, that's the end. They don't show us what Judy Zamos actually looks like. I think that would have been interesting to see, like, the difference. Like, if she's like a black lady, I'd be like, bro, how'd y'all mix her up? But if she's just like another old little white lady, there may be some reason for mixing her up. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I really don't. So that was a pretty short segment. Let's go ahead and see what the chat has to say. All right. I think I kept up with all my little timestamps in the back. Now I just got to get it onto our description box and not get distracted watching the live stream. Okay. Let's see what chat is saying. We got Zoe B said National Enquirer is a grocery store rag mag. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you meant you were laughing at the grocery store. Like, people still shop in person? Like, wait a minute. Are we just going to all have our groceries delivered to our door? I was completely off in what you were talking about. Basically, the original conspiracy theory circular with a side of celebrity gossip and alien shenanigans to fill the page. Love that. Just Me MD says, who in the hell is still reading National Enquirer? Judge Judy. Judge Judy is still reading it, okay? She's still reading it. Smalls, Just Me MD, asking the important questions because seriously, she's 81. You know, magazines are still hot. Okay. Crystal Yo says, Just Me MD, right? I remember them from the 80s in line at the checkout with my mom. I don't even look at magazines when I'm in the grocery store. I used to when I was a kid, but now I just go to self-checkout and I try to get out of there as soon as possible. Small says, I'd love it if Judge Judy retired. She is over retirement age. Like, she is beyond. Like, I was just saying at work today, I was like, I can't believe I still have to work like 30 more years. Like, that is ridiculous. My girl said 30 years and some. She wants to keep working 30 years. For as long as I've been alive. No, cut it out. Upside Down says, Bree, yeah, at Smalls, me too. Just go to your 16th home, Judes. Just go home. Just go home. Sue says, I'm indifferent. She's trying to protect her brand. I definitely get it. I don't think it was that bad. I've seen worse, okay? Yes, Microsoft Paint. That is what it is. It does look like they made it on Microsoft Paint. Yes, thank you, Angie, for that. That is what they look like they put that together on. The first collage ever. Just Me MD says to Kimmy, those 81-year-old researchers, wait, I do love Judy. The moron quote was her quote, right? Right. Okay, Crystal Yo says the lies. It's just lies everywhere. Chris Mullen says, surely no one believes what is printed in the National Enquirer. Judge Judy did, and that's why we're here. Okay, this is why we're here. We're on Yahoo Entertainment. We're in National Enquirer. We're in the other one that I never even heard of. So we're here. We are here. Crystal Yo says those 81-year-olds are still reading that. Yes, that's who's reading it. The people that are going to judge her peers that are still alive, and it's probably not a lot of them around. So it is a big deal in their community. Like, if 3 people heard it in our community, maybe not so bad. But in the 81-year-old community, it's like, okay, everybody in the streets are talking. Like, this is wrong. This is going so downhill. I didn't mean for this to be a joke fest, y'all. Tina Wright says, highest quality reporting in the National Enquirer. Small says, sarcasm, right? Yeah, right or no. No, we're serious. We are serious. You know, National Enquirer is top tier, okay? Tina Wright says it was definitely sarcastic. Chris Mullen says, Bruce Willis does not have dementia. He has a particular brain disease, which is sad. Sorry, just something I saw when you flashed past. I didn't even notice that one. So it was like a lot of people going through a lot of stuff on those ones. Just Me MD says, yeah, what did Mark Cuban do? Thanks while cover is suspect. I think that was messed up. Whole stupid autocorrect. Okay. Yeah, what did Mark Cuban do? Think whole cover is the whole cover is suspect, I think. Yes, I think that's what it says. I was like, am I tripping? Oh, yep, there it is. That whole cover is suspect. I mixed it like 20 times and made it worse for you. I'm sorry about that. Sokatoa says Ashton supported Danny. Oh, yeah, medicine. But don't know if that's what the tabloid was talking about. It didn't really say. That was just the title page, so I don't know. Zoe B says Ashton is all up in every bad actor's business, including Scientologists convicted of R word and being a ditty freak out. I like how you spell that. Ashton also found his ex unalived in her apartment, and his testimony was says. And when I found that out, because I didn't know about that until like recently, and I'm just like, y'all didn't think to, investigate that further. Wasn't he like the last person with her too? Like it was weird. That was weird. But yeah, thank you for that information because I was like, oh, what did he do? Oh, a lot. Kimmy Locker says, I bet she's getting roasted by her mahjong buddy. All her friends are being like, girl, you like the Menendez brothers? I remember when they first came out. Judge Judy Congress and SCOTUS retired. She said she's more trusted than SCOTUS. So yeah. She basically is SCOTUS, but not elected to SCOTUS. She's just doing her own Supreme Court. She won't give up. She said this is a life-term sentence. A life appointment. Just Me MD says no. The small Judy is the jam. Crystal Yo says so many people got abducted back in the day. I really believe that people got abducted, but now National Enquirer is making me second guess by aliens, not by people, not a missing person, just UFOs coming down and souping us up. Now, while we're talking about aliens, didn't they tell us like 2 years ago that they were going to release some information about aliens that they found? And I feel like they never really released that information. So let me know if I'm tripping or if I just missed it, but I'm pretty sure they said they were going to have like a press conference on alien stuff and they never did it. I could be tripping. Small says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, of course, if you haven't already, please do hit the like button. I know we are on a tangent, joking and things, but hit the like button because we're having fun nonetheless. We're at 64 likes. We have exceeded our like goal. We have exceeded our like goal, but still, if you haven't already, do hit the like button. Kimmy Locker says, apparently Judy Justice won a daytime Emmy, though. I didn't realize daytime Emmys were still a thing, but good for her. And she's still striving. And when she started naming like Emmys for her shows, I was like, oh, she used to be at the award shows? Okay. Just thought it was like more trash TV, but I guess it was more than that, I guess. Just Me MD says, yep, Bree, you made me sound real smart there. Good thing the Hive has a sense of humor, right? I'm over here struggling through it. You're over there struggling through typing it. But look, at least you don't get on the live stream and stutter like I do. So here we are. Angie says, Bree, you're over here telling us we are against Judge Judy, yet you're the one telling her to sit down and retire. I know. Y'all get me going though. Like you start making comments and then I just start co-signing it. It's bad. It's a bad thing. And it's been a thing since I was a child, I'm just co-signing it, going along with it, I just thought it would be a fun case. And apparently it is really fun. Okay. Zoe B says that was, I think, which one? Chris Mullen says there was a Senate inquiry recently on NFOs. Oh, I missed it. I must have missed it. Or did they really give us any good information? Like, I don't want to go back and watch it if not. So Gotoa says there was a congressional hearing. I think behavioral arts did an analysis on it. I should go check that out. Kimmy Locker says there was a whistleblower about aliens not too long ago, and I think a bunch of documents were released before separately but could be wrong. I think that's the one I'm talking about, Kimmy. Zoe B says that was government testimony to Congress on UFOs, and that government will actually take reported sightings into consideration for investigation. Blah, boring. Show me the aliens. That's what I want to see. I want to see the aliens. Sue says to me, government showed us videos of UFOs from military pilot videos and said, we don't know what it is. That was the announcement. Yeah, you guys know as well as we do. We have no idea. No idea. Angie says they've been slowly releasing the alien files to make us not want to pay attention to it, because I can't sit still through it coming out over months and years, right? Sue says Bree said move over Judy. Yeah, it's time. It's time for her to go. And maybe, we have some cool YouTubers that can take her place. Chris Mullen says, yes, you can find the whole hearing on YouTube. Do I want to watch it though? Is it good or no? Bree co-signer. I am a co-signer. It's bad. I'm a co-signer. It's not a good thing to be, I don't think. Angie said Mexico had a hearing and brought out an alien body. Now that I would like to see. Did it look like an alien body or no? That I would like to see. Okay, y'all, we are caught up on chat. That is all I have for the live stream today. We will be back on Thursday, I believe. I do have a trial in the morning on Friday, but it's a short trial, so it shouldn't be very much. So we should be here on Thursday. I need to pick the date for the members live stream. So maybe what I'll do is I'll mix in some weekday days and then also some weekend days from now into the end of the month to see when you guys want to do the members live stream. I think the last one we did was at the very, very end of April, so it doesn't seem that long ago, but it was last month. So we do have another one coming up this month. Let's see. Kimmy says, I mean, we could watch hearing highlights. That's legal, right? Right. John Smith says it's boring. I don't know about that. Upside down says shiny objects. That's basically what we would be looking at. Okay. We got Atani's interpreter hearing. Cover the Atani's interpreter hearing. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. I'll have to look that up. Sokotoa says, was the alien body photoshopped on Microsoft Paint? I hope not. Angie says it was super tiny, probably like 2 feet or less. So we got tiny aliens on planet Earth. That's not fun. That is not fun. Sue says Tuesday is a must. I need something Tuesday. We will be on Thursday for sure. Tuesday and Thursday this week, but we're trying to figure out when we want to do the members live stream where the members come on and chat with us. So I'll probably put up a couple of dates and I'll squeeze a weekday date in there to see if the members want to join then, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, y'all, it is actually not that late tonight. So I'm going to take my break and go and rest and be ready for y'all next Thursday. Thank you all for joining and watching the live. We did surpass our like goal for the live stream, so shout out to y'all. Definitely appreciate all the support on the channel. I will see y'all all on the next live stream.